Ahoy, fellas. Joey is gonna win back and at it again. Please forgive my shortness of breath. I'm working out a bit earlier than usual today, because I was up a bit earlier. I'll explain more in a minute, but shortness of breath is because I actually went for a jog around the block. I thought that a good idea, and something I should probably try to implement a bit more often. So, let's get started on this first set. Today's biceps, as I'm going to be putting in the video, in the title. I'll explain a couple of the exercise things, and then I'll talk about how I've been doing. All right. So, I guess I'll start today working backwards. So as I mentioned, I just went for a jog. Reason being, well, there's a few reasons. Firstly, I wanted to improve cardio and also improve my joints in my legs, start working my lower body a bit more. That maintenance is good. Increasing my cardio health is good for increasing my muscular health, because that improves the flow of blood throughout the body, and it improves circulation of oxygen, and as a result that allows my muscles to become oxygenated more effectively. So that'll help with the workout as well as recovery from the workout. And also I figured, keeping with that mentality of working out in the morning on an empty stomach will help me dip into stored energy. That way I don't build up fat quite as easily, and potentially even start to reduce fat even more. And then the third reason being, it's a lot earlier than usual, so I can do that without having to worry about interacting with anyone or being self-conscious about anything, which you never should be, but if you are, adjust. Which kind of leads me into the next point, why I'm up earlier than usual. And I'll explain that after this next set. We're back to the usual stuff. Exhaustive workout and then shredding workout. more tired than usual because of the first workout. So the first workout, I should say, the jog. I'm low on energy. I haven't eaten today, save for a cup of coffee that I had a few hours ago. So I'm actually going to also start making the creatine, because after this set, I'll make it and then consume it. Reason I'm up so early is because obviously I'm back in my apartment. I'm not home for spring break anymore. Spring break is still going on, but I'm simply home. In order to get home, I hitched a ride with my dad. He drives down to work in the morning sometimes. Used to do it every day. Now that he's older, he's doing it less so. So we woke up at 3:45 in order to make the 2-hour drive to Philly. So that's why I'm up earlier than usual. Continuing to go backwards, spring break was a lot of fun. I hang out with the fellas back home. Hung out. I hung out with the fellas back home. Didn't get too much workouts in, but that's fine. The rest was really nice. I did get one in, and I'm happy to say I got a new personal best with my friend Hunter. We went to his home gym, and he was fine with me recording, but unfortunately, it's not exactly a great place to record in. It's not spacious at all whatsoever, so the recording would mostly just be men's asses in view, and awkward camera angles in general. Yeah, but I'm happy to say I got a new personal best while benching. It was 155 pounds, which is the bar, 2 45s, and then 2 5s on top of that. So I'm quite happy with that. I tried for 160, but it just wasn't. I did 4 reps at that personal best of 155 pounds. If I had done one, I might have been able to do one at 160, but either way, it was a pretty good workout. Chest is still feeling it, and it was 2 days ago. But yeah, I'm happy to see that, my efforts so far of working out consistently have not been in vain. Let's see. How many did I do again? I actually can't remember if I forgot to write down a third set, or if I only did 2. I did the first one, then I explained, did the second one, then I explained, so now I do the third one. And if this is wrong, well, I got an extra set in. And I'd rather do a little more than a little less. because then I'm a bit more exhausted, I shred a bit more, simple as opposed to cheating myself. Um, yeah, so uh, perhaps you will be disappointed to hear that it was a rather uneventful weekend, but you know, I'm actually quite grateful for that. It was nice, it was relaxing, it was simple, and that's what I wanted. Because I was going to be coming back early, as I have. It is Wednesday instead of waiting an entire week. And I'm going to be getting a good bit of work done. Schoolwork as well as housework, in case it isn't obvious. I need to clean, so I'm going to be cleaning. Probably after I take a nap. And, you know, eat. Ooh, my biceps are really tight. Man, this next set at 25 pounds is going to hurt. But you know, that's the goal. That's how you know it's real. Well, it may be warm, and it's basically doing a shot of warm, gritty fruit punch. But it's better than filling the glass all the way tall with this stuff. At least I think. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is there anything else to really talk about? I guess, yeah. I applied for an internship at a place called Wheaton Arts in New Jersey. It would be for the latter half of the summer. Working in the glass studio, and I really hope that I get to do that, get a chance to go into the actual field, get my hands dirty. I'm a bit nervous because, and I'll actually talk about that after this set. I'm gonna leave it at 8 for this time. I think I might have done an extra set. I am really tight. Or maybe that's just from the extended break. I was planning on doing 12 each set, but again, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. I am a little nervous for a couple reasons about the internship. I applied on the very last day because I didn't realize, I didn't know about the internship. I just found out a great way to look up opportunities in the field, and I looked it up on the last day, so it's quite unfortunate, but I still submitted before the deadline, March 1st. Oh, thank God for leap years. I actually got an email, I believe on the 2nd, basically saying, you know, that they couldn't find the images of my work, which I had submitted with all the due paperwork and the same process as all that stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't see it until, I believe, yesterday. The email saying that the madam could not find my images. So 3 days behind. But you know, it was over a weekend and all that stuff, so that's my excuse. Shouldn't be any excuse, but I don't get notifications sometimes on my phone for emails. So, but on the plus side, I at least know that the folks there were looking at it. I explained that it was the specific file name submitted with all the other documentation. And the weirdest, and the thing that has me nervous is in response I got I have found them, or I found the pictures, without stuff like the Whedon Arts logo, a greeting, or a salutation, or a farewell. It was just that one line, like none of the official stuff. Which I don't really know how to feel about that. Well, no, I know how to feel about it, but it's kind of, I don't know if it was meant to necessarily be rude, or if it was meant to be casual, or if it was meant to be, you know what I mean? It's something like that. Feels a bit passive aggressive, right? So that has me a bit nervous, but it could also just be a matter of, oh, we've already gone through the formal stuff. This is just getting down to brass tacks and addressing things directly. It's hard to say, but from what I've encountered with city folk, it's that it isn't necessarily, people like adding the frills to really accentuate that sort of positive atmosphere. So seeing it missing, of course, Wheaton Arts is in New Jersey, which, granted, is close, but is not Philadelphia. So perhaps it's just that, the difference in the area, but I still kept things cordial, proper, offered to help for any other questions or anything else. Yeah, the whole 9 yards, kept things as formal and polite as possible. But yeah, I'm probably just overthinking it. My images were looked at, so, and I at least entered my email correctly in the whole thing, so that's not nothing. You know what else it could be that's really tiring my arms out? You may have noticed it, you may have not for this, but I've been really trying to keep everything stiff and still, even my shoulders and elbows, and only use bicep. No shoulders at all. So that could be it. It's just tougher because I'm not cheating it in any way at all this time. Maybe a little bit, you know. Nothing's perfect, but doing my best. How is that hotter than the first one? It was sat in the kettle for longer, and then it was sat in the glass that entire time for that whole monologue. What the hell? I gotta remember I'm in Philly again. I can't just drink water out the tap. My mom came up to visit a couple of weeks back, my mom and my dad both. And at one point she just drank water straight out the tap. She had to walk past my Brita filter filled with water to get to the tap just to drink. And and her reasoning was just to see what it was like. And I thought, man, that sounds like something I would say. So valid, but also, what the hell? You went out of your way for the worst options. Oh, it's madness. Man, I am feeling the deficit right now. I tell you what. I'll make some eggs. I'll make some eggs. Then I'll go and lie down for a nap. Maybe until 7:40 now, so maybe until noon. Then I'll head to the glass studio and actually get started on some things. I need to take a mold of my hands and algin it. Then probably make a wax casting of that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Wax casting of that. Then take that wax casting. Honestly, I'll make a couple of them just to make sure, but I'll have to put that wax casting in a plaster silica mold. So then I'll have a negative, the wax being the positive, and then the plaster silica being the negative. I'll be able to do pâte de verre, which is basically just painting a mixture of glass powder and some kind of adhesive. I'm going to be using gum arabic into the mold. Then I stick it into a kiln, let it cook, and then remove it, and it'll be a glass, basically this with my hands. It'll be my hands like this, but made out of glass with specific colors. Should be really cool. I have some really cool things in store for it. So I do that. The trickiest thing is going to be the wax. I'll need to heat up the wax first, make the alginate, and hopefully that'll be good to go. And if I use the freezer in the glass studio, I'll be able to get the wax made, the wax castings done probably by today. Plaster silica, I don't think it'll be set by today. I think I need to pour it today. It should be good for tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. Still though, it'll be good to do. And then I could also make other molds, specifically of flower petals, to also patte de verre, paint glass on. So glass flower petals. It'll all be going together. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. That should actually be pretty easy to make shorts out of. Haven't made shorts in a while. I know, I'm lazy. And it's tough sitting through 40 minutes of footage, 50 minutes of footage, chopping it up. All right, there you go. So that's the workout for today. A bit of a long one. I appreciate you sticking it out with me. I appreciate you listening to my ramblings. I need to eat pretty badly, and I'm gonna go take a nap. So, thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I hope to see you here again, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.